Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to this lovely day, to this lovely game. And I just noticed that we passed 4,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So thank you for that. Okay, I'll be the first to admit that yes, I may look like I am about to rob a bank, but my lawyer has instructed me that I would never do such a thing. I am, after all, a highly responsible adult and a law-abiding citizen. Okay, I respect the law. No bank will be robbed in the next 24 hours, okay? None of that.
I knew something was wrong. I knew something special about it.
It's just very cold here. That's why I'm wearing a mask. And you know, the corona thing is still kind of... I'm scared, okay? I'm scared to get sick, so that's why I look like this. It's nothing to do with robbing a bank or anything like that. I do realize that our inventory is kind of full. So one thing I have actually done, and I might actually just chop down some trees, is I've made the Minecraft days a bit longer. Why have I done that? Because I noticed that I've been playing like for 20 hours including the night, but that just makes for very bad content. So instead I made the days twice as long, but this way I can skip the night and still have roughly the same amount of playtime. And honestly, I hope it's gonna make for a bit longer videos because I kind of want to be between 10 to 15 minutes, and right now we're like 8 to, well, more like 7.5 to 12, I'd say. And I think a bit longer days are just a bit nicer. So yeah, there you have it. Also, one thing I have noticed that I haven't removed the plastic from my webcam, so I think it's time we do that right. Oh no, hand review. Boom. Oh no, look at that. I've never been more crispy.
Crispy bacon.
It's beautiful, alright? I'm beautiful. Said no one ever. Alright, we move on. I'm trying to place a boat, but I can't. What? That makes no sense at all. I'm struggling to see how this works. And another reason I made the days a bit longer, because I felt like I was a bit pressured to like do something. I hear something, but I don't know what it is. Probably me. I'd like to officially make a new axe. So what is the plan for today? Honestly, I just would really like to find a nice place for a base, and I have a really cool idea, okay? You're gonna love this 100%. When I thought of it, I was surprised myself, okay? I surprised myself with the best plan possible. What I want to do, bruh, is go out in the middle of the ocean and build a raft base. Yes, I know it's awesome, right? I looked up some reference images and it's amazing, okay? It's like the most cozy yet coolest base ever. Because I thought I had already done an island base, of course. But this is something new entirely, and yet kind of the same. But we're gonna need some wood for that, so that is why I am chopping down this wood. And I think after... Well, I would also like to get some more coal and do some more mining, but I guess we can also do that a bit later. But yeah, we're gonna have like a little raft for our farms, for the animals. It's gonna be a very cool base, okay? I promise you. Also, I must admit that I kind of forgot how cool it is to have a smaller channel, because I see people that like have commented on every video and I kind of recognize them, which is just really cool. And even now, like, I'm trying to read all the comments, but even now it is quite a bit of work. Fun story, well, actually not so fun story. It's gonna be quite hot here in the Netherlands for the next few weeks, so I wanted to order a mobile air conditioning unit for my room, but it's like so hard to install and that thing barely even works. I need to send it back, like, and I'm gonna be stuck in the heat. So that's amazing. Not really.
We don't care.
Honestly, if like we could like do some mining and get some coal, that would be amazing. Just a quick trip down the mines. Also, I saw some comments. I believe a few days ago I told about my first date experience, which, you know, wasn't the worst. So maybe that needs a little bit more explaining. Okay, so I met her at a student association a couple years back, and I decided to, you know, send her a DM. We got to talking, and then we agreed to go on a date. And honestly, it was actually really nice. She was actually really nice and kind, but she just wasn't into me. And I guess that's fine, you know, it happens. But the thing I just didn't understand is why she like removed me from her Instagram after that. Like, what's the point of that? Was I so bad that you know I couldn't even be on your Instagram? You know what I'm saying? It just felt weird. And I can't even find a single piece of coal. You know, coal isn't meant for me today. I guess also nice to get some sort of stone, so we'll take it. What the heck? Why am I suddenly ambushed by these? I'm out. Goodbye, man. You have a good one. Or actually, not really. Go drown. Go kill yourself. That's not very nice to say. Okay, trying to be better, okay? I'm trying to be better as a human. That having said, I think it's time to head back. What is that? Is that a shipwreck? Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, that's the village we were before. Of course, nice. Try and see if we can find some usefulness in here. Moss is actually kind of sick. Sticks. I don't need sticks. I'll take that. Now I must admit, I don't quite know exactly where my base was. And yes, cool. I want coal. Finally, no more rain. And I still really hate these clouds and I don't know how to change that. Is it like something to do with the clouds? But I don't know if we can change that in here. Because we already have this on fancy. Clouds. Clouds should be fancy. This is it. Perfection. We have been caught lagging all these days. So yes, to be honest, my first aid wasn't as terrible as I may have let it sound. I do think it's gonna take a while before I go on another one though. Because to be honest, I kind of don't want to date while I'm like sick. I'm not sure if that makes sense. We have to go that way, but I don't know how we get there. Also, since I graduated, I am currently trying to sell my study books on like one of those second-hand study book websites. So far, I've sold 2 of them, so that's nice. You know, little extra buck. There's a lot of coal here. I can use that. Could we go through here? Or is that like the worst idea ever? Maybe we should actually check what the coordinates are, where we need to go. Hold up. We actually need to just go in that direction. So I believe if we go around this mountain and then go there, we should speak, man, learn to speak. I also must admit, sometimes I have a pretty hard time just speaking, you know? Happens to the best of us, I guess. But it isn't really cool when you are having a channel and trying to, you know, communicate your thoughts. I think we're getting there slowly. And I also can't wait for like the visual shaders like within Minecraft to come. They actually look really cool, I must admit. They kind of look like the first type of shaders I used, which is kind of cool. I do actually, it wasn't an official date, okay, but I do have another pretty romantic, cool story with a girl, if I say so myself. And maybe I should talk a little bit less loud because, you know, secrets. I recognize this hill if I'm honest. But yes, I was on one of those group trips with my friends in Slovenia, which is a really cool country, by the way. Definitely would recommend going there sometime. And one night, I don't even know why we were still up, but we were, okay, we were just like hanging out. And me and my friends and she and her friends, we were just chilling near the beach. And it was actually a really cool night because, am I still going in the right direction? I think so. It was actually really cool because that night, like meteors, it was a meteor rain, and like every other minute you like saw a really bright flash in the sky, and it was just honestly really cool. And I think that right there is my island. So that's amazing. One thing I would want to do is make a really tiny starter raft. Well, we could also do that next episode, but preferably we do it now. We have a little bit of time. Put everything in here which we don't need. The fireflies are making a sound. Also, I'm gonna make a bucket, make some campfires, and not for the campfire but for the structure. Some slabs, and I also want to get some trapdoors, and I kind of forgot how you made those. Ah yes, okay, I think this should be all that we need. I think we'll just take that with us. And so now I actually want to find a really cool spot in the middle of the ocean. Well, preferably not too close to that thing. So sailing into the moon we go. But yeah, that was, I think, unironically, and it wasn't even official, you know, but the most like romantic thing. I actually think this is a really, really sick spot. One thing we do need to do is like build off this, and I don't know how we do that. Guess we build like a pillar up from the ground. which we're gonna have to remove later. Of course, we're getting attacked, because why wouldn't we? Just don't want to get attacked by a trident guy. But yes, the way I want to do this... Bruh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know, like a 4x4 would be good for now. Yes, it looked like trying to burn something down, but I promise you that isn't it, okay? Because now we do this. And we have a really sick structure. We could like keep one alive, like as an actual campfire, but I broke it. Okay, great. No, okay, that beautiful plan is not continuing, sadly. Yeah, that's not really working. What we can do it like this. Yes, exactly like that. And then over here we can do like signs. I designed this by myself, obviously.
No.
I hope that is clear. And now we don't have a way to get in. Oh, you can just flip it down, of course. Yeah, we're probably gonna make this a bit bigger in the future. For now though, we can put a crafting table here, furnace over there, and I guess barrel on top, maybe like one barrel to the side. That actually looks pretty nice. It's a pretty small raft, but I don't think that matters too much. I think I just gonna place that on the furnace, and this is like the way we can enter and leave. And we can also dock our boat right here. And the end of the day is approaching. I think this is like the most cute starter base I've ever made, hands down. I'm not even lying. If only I wasn't alone right here, you know. Soon we're gonna need a second bed. But yes, it is getting morning. I hope you liked this a bit longer video. Bruh, you almost saw the secret. I might have to cut that out. I really like this, okay? And I hope you liked this video. I know I did. So I'll see you in the next one.